Welcome back. I was barely gone. Before I do the post game, I want to know how to get the chests in this town that I haven't been able to get. Shit. I'm just gonna put. Fine. I'll keep an extra K on me. Whatever. Who cares? How the fuck do you get to these chests? The chests that are in this building. I went the wrong way. How do you get to those? It either has something to do with the upstairs or the downstairs, and I don't know which it is. The house north, this one? Passage to it. Yeah, I checked the well. There's nothing in it. God damn it! I want to try to move these statues. I'll pop down the well really quick, but I did just look down it. And I was trying to figure this out a couple hours ago. There's nothing down the well. At least not to my eye. Yeah, same. Well, do I still... I don't have the... Yeah, feel free. Feel free, because it stumped me for a hot minute. I never found it. Okay. Weird. I wonder if I can find it in Dragon Quest 4 Endor chests. Magic key doors in Endor Castle. Really? I just ran all the way through Endor Castle. What magic key doors are there? What? From the left? Like this? Yeah, enter the castle left door. Okay. There's the side door here. But this just goes down here. And there's nothing here. You'll see it? Will I? Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Those are so hard to see. Holy shit, no wonder I missed this shit. A double-edged sword? What is that? Oh, it's a fucking cursed sword. So I missed a seed, a mini medal, and a cursed sword. Cool, thanks, game. I love it. That's it. And 100 handy hints to a healthy piggy bank. Try to look down when you're out walking. If you spot some money, put it in your pocket. Sell any lost property you find back to the shops. Never lend money to other people. Money lent is money spent. You'll never get it back. You should be the one doing the borrowing. Barter as much as you can when shopping. Reduce the shopkeeper to tears or tantrums if you must. Anything to get your item at half price. Sounds like a fun person to be around. Well, there you go. Solved that mystery. Let's see. What else is there that I maybe missed? How do I know where the post game is? Are there monsters? Shouldn't be, really. There are. An NPC in Endor? Because they start you here. At least this is where my save was. After I finished the game, was in Endor. I've talked to basically every NPC. I don't think anybody gave me a hint. It's the default load point. So my actual last save location would have been here. Oh, that would make sense. There's a horse here. I hate tall humans. I can never forgive them for betraying Rose. Humans aren't welcome in our village anymore. Great. This is a great place. Still can't believe it's really true. I can't help hoping that she'll come home and tell us it was all a big mistake. Yeah, it's the... I'll check the grave. Just wanted to see what else was going on, because the grave is the only new thing here. Sorrow returned here a few days ago carrying Rose's remains with him. He made a grave for her just above here in a little spot surrounded by flowers, and then he left without further ado. Yeah, and then I murdered the shit out of him. Rose is a liar. She promised she'd play with me, but then she died and left me all alone. Aww. Beloved soul, adored by all in this village, may you sleep in eternal peace. I do not know what Alareth is. Should have a waypoint. I don't think that it's called that. You mean the azimuth? What is the meaning of? Behold, travelers of the goddess's earthly garden. There is talk of an unearthly rapture that has rent the divine altar of this sacred place. Is this the day of judgment? Do the gods today preside over the holy court of justice, or are we led now to benediction? What is the meaning of this? Oh yeah, there's a big hole. How did that happen? On the night of the full moon, those tremors from the ground. Then there was an unholy rupture formed in the dais above. Dais. Our ignorance leaves us impotent. Is this the work of the gods of trickery among us? Have I seen? Nope. Go see for yourself. Yes. Okay. Where's my should be thawed by the virtue of true love? Yet this one true love is already beyond self. His one. Okay. Path's been opened before us. On that very night, the night of the deafening roar that shook the ground at our feet, the Almighty One forged a path. But whither does it lead? The holy envoy of the goddess, the master of Zenithia, will not answer me. Xanthus Dragon, what does this mean? It means that they want me to go do some extra bullshit. But they still won't give me fucking shield upgrades. That's what it means. Down the hole we go. So you can climb back out if you want. Is this just one disgustingly long mega dungeon? Is that what I've got myself into? Great. That guy's dead. Demon Thunders, what the fuck are you? Good. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, they're separate? Fuck this game, man. She seriously couldn't heal herself before that? God damn it, man. I made it to 47. I get another mighty armlet. Oh, boy, I kind of hate fighting these guys, to be honest. Hey, we learned Kerplunk. Wait, there was a chest I missed? How? Oh. 3 of them. At least they're in a group this time. Not that Elena cares, because she'll just fucking crit one-shot one of them. Who cares? She doesn't give a shit. Not bloody hands. A Cerberus. Oh, these things are pretty tough. Oh my god. Four of them. At least they're all grouped together, eh? I'm not gonna risk dealing with these guys again. They kind of suck. Seven, 10, 5 on that level up, Elena. You are just obscenely and absurdly strong. Nothing is ever going to outspeed her. She's so fucking fast. Tusketeers? Cool. Well, that guy's dead. I feel like these guys got put in the wrong dungeon. A strength ring, huh? Does Elena look like she needs to do more damage? Not that I would equip her with a strength ring anyway. I would just go get my new mighty armlet and give it to her if I really thought she needed to be that beefy. Which I don't. I think she's a bit of an animal. Just one-shot that thing. I guess I did too. Oh, food time? Nice. Go. Yay. Oh, Pandora's box. That sounds like a tougher than normal mimic. Are you gonna outspeed Elena? Probably gonna try. Well, it survived a crit, which is scary. Yeah, it does damage. And got real good sleep hits. And I didn't kill it. Great. Still not dead. Well, I'm glad I evac'd so that I could turn around quickly, because that was definitely a room that I had missed. I knew that it was when I walked past it. I was like, oh, that looks like the way I'm supposed to go. Someday I'll stop thinking like that. Today was not that day, though. Should probably just get her full heal. I can sap these guys. Maybe someday. Oh, I fucking kaswooshed these guys again. Which doesn't do shit against them. They're super immune to wind damage. Oh, Elena wants to be done. Okay. Everything about this sucks ass. Closing in on 50 mini medals. Oh, I have them. I have 50. That might be all of them, honestly. Or it's just gonna end on a really weird number. I couldn't oomph. Couldn't get the oomph in time. I wanted it so bad. There's a house down here. Oh. It's a big house. Fee fi fo fum? Giant house with a normal sized door, huh? What the fuck? There's a house inside the house? Or under the house? Oh ho ho! I'm surprised to see folk all the way out here. I was about to give you a piece of advice. Have yourself a look at the bottom of the well. You know what, old man? I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I fucking will. Yet. I will in a second. There's another set of stairs in this house. What is happening? This is an inn. Sure. Are you gonna rob me and murder me too? What the fuck? Oh, good. We're gonna be playing a lot of this, huh? Alright, who are you gonna whack first, you dick? Elena. I could have guessed. Poor Elena. Things are going well. Alright, well, this is fucking bullshit. I don't know if I can even run away. Jesus Christ, man. Every fucking hit. Every single one hit. Fucking annoying as fuck. Nice. Okay, fair enough, game. I will do the multi-heal outside of combat then. Alright, this is the Mimic that just killed me. I'm coming back for revenge, but if he kills me again, I'm just gonna leave him alone. Oh, I did not mean to auto there. It's a waste. Yeah, I didn't really think that that would work, but I thought maybe. I definitely was gonna sap this box so that I could kill it. And not look like a fucking idiot, but... Oh, Kira, you fuck. It's alright. Ragnar proved he's a badass. Okay. Not where I wanted that to go. All right. Let's see what's down this well. Shiny. Well, 50 mini medals was not the number. So how do you get to that other... Maybe that's right here. Yeah, there we go. Bunch of money that I don't need anymore. Yay! Oh, this looks like shit. Prism Peacocks. Okay. They look beautiful. How hard are they gonna hurt? Can I make them be fire? Well, they don't hurt much if I put Kabuff up. Frizzle does still in fact hurt. A lot. But they also didn't die. Ooh, nice crit. Ah, they can sizzle. Annoying. Enemies that can do what a boss did. A surefire way to get me to not want to play anymore. What the hell are we doing here? This is gonna suck. Yep, if Kirill doesn't go soon, this is gonna hurt a lot. Only one of them left to go, and I think Zap's gonna kill him also. That did not help that much. I was correct. It did spare me some damage, though. Your least favorite enemy, I can't imagine why. What do you not like about the doggos that do 200 damage across your party with what amounts to an auto attack? We're still finding cursed equipment. That's so cool, game. I mean, it's going alright. I'm nonplussed about this so far. Draculard. Well, they got the lard bit right. Oh, that's annoying. He seriously didn't die? Oh, wait, why did I... It's fine. He's dead. Doesn't matter. I saved a little bit of MP. Boy, yeah, that's a really annoying attack you got there, bud. How about you stop that and die instead? Oh. Holy shit. Whoa. I got grinding shoes. Alright, Kiro, come on, buddy. Let's go. You're just gonna let all of them one hit me, aren't you? Yep. Really cool. Really cool. Dude, this place kind of sucks. It's a long-ass dungeon. It's a long-ass dungeon. Nucifers. Okay. Can I thwack you? They're fast, big enemies? Fucking weird as shit. Draguars. The old Draguar. Got some Draguar. Sweet, thanks, game. The irony of the fact that I used a bunch of Seeds of Life on Maya not that long ago, and then I just found one in this chest, is not lost on you, game. Don't worry. I see you. It's the only reason she survived with 3 HP. Fucking desperate attacks, I feel like, if you're gonna have them in the game, they should always hit the first enemy, the first party member, in my opinion. That's the whole fucking point of the party order. And this game... These games just completely disrespect that strategy, and it pisses me off so much. A Cobra Claw? Is it cursed? Nope. So it's good. I'll probably double check with Torneco, but a div appears. Dude, there's so many new enemies in this one fucking dungeon. That's crazy. Hole. Chest? Chest for me? That's not good. Nice. That's awesome. I love that for me. Wow, what a fucking troll. You gotta walk your ass all the way around for this shit. Oh my god, these enemies. What the fuck? I can tell you what I'm not gonna do. Okay. Yeah, not enjoying this room so far. This motherfucker put Ragnar to sleep. Also, I am not doing hot on MP right now. Not doing hot. That thing is still alive. Good. I love it. Ragnar, will you please wake the motherfuck up? Really? It went last turn and goes first this turn? Fuck you, game. Nice timing, Ragnar. Thanks, buddy. Love that you got slept on the first turn and couldn't do jack shit for the rest of the fight. It's really cool. Easy enough. That's bait. No, it's not. Isn't it? Oh, can you go right here? Wait, how do you get to the other... Oh! Hello, boys! Good start. Come on, Ragnar. Come on, Ragnar. The double. You chicken shit motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Of course it is. I do all that work for a fucking Pandora's box. You piece of shit game. Of course. Nice timing, Walt. Thanks for joining us. It doesn't fucking matter anymore, because he's got a kill, which means I have to burn MP to revive his dumbass. You know, it works MP Drain works every time an enemy does it to me. Every fucking time it works. But I get fucked over by it every time I try to do it, and it never works. So that's cool. I really like that about this game. Did I miss something in the upper room? How do you get to that? Oh my god, Kirill, you don't have any fucking MP left, dude. At least he went first this time. Boy, they really just decided to pick on Maya this time, huh? What was up here? Yeah, I fell down to this spot. I'll think about this chest. Maybe the answer is through here. My wagon's back. Can't rotate the camera though. There's a person. I gotta check this way. Looks like nothing. Hello, person. Wah! Where did you spring from? You gave me quite a fright there. You should go and confess in the church just there while you're around these parts. You're gonna be able to come back here again anytime you like. That's actually legitimately good info to have. There's just a random church down here. This post game does not make any fucking sense to my brain. Oh. Hello, how do you goo? I'm not the priest, you know. No, the priest's over there. Goo and see him if you like. Alright, dude. Whoa! You can walk in that. Bro, why are you in poison? Shit hurts, man. Also, I kind of want to look around in it. Is that weird? Oh, okay, that was the edge. Yeah, I better save. Well, I don't think magically that the answer to the chest that I couldn't figure out is going to be further ahead, shockingly. This may come as a big surprise, but somehow I think the answer is behind me and not in front of me anymore. So I guess I'll go back in the shitty room and try again. How the fuck do you get up there? Oh, you're hurt. Hmm. I do not understand. How the fuck do you get up there? I did just have a thought. It's a thought that I hate, to be clear. But I did have it. Borya is already feeling like the wrong choice. Fucking goddamn it. Oh, fuck me. There's a mimic in this normal encounter. Good. Man, that's so nice. I love that so much. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're supposed to do. It's dumb. Fuck you, game. Bro. And now I can't get down from here either. There we go. You fall off the wrong direction. Dude, come on with that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Pinnacle Chapel, huh? Am I close or we got a bit to go here? More damage. This Robe of Serenity is so fucking disappointing. What a fucking lame treasure to have found. Oops. So can I zoom out of here and heal then? Oh, okay. Great. Just get the whole crew a good little sleep here. Oh, you know what I should do first? I should go get my armlet. No, 52. A liquid metal shield? Bro. I want it. Hopefully if this grave is in mini metal, I'm going right back. I want that fucking shield. It's probably a seed of life though. Oh. Liquid metal shield. $60? A Gingham whip. Gingham? Do you pronounce the R? Is that Gingham? I don't know. This is for you. 25 more strength. This can be used as a tool during battle, but not by Walt? Maya can use this? Wait. There's too many options. I need so many of these. Maya hasn't used a shield all game. Bro, this is do I get rid of my scale shield and my iron shield finally, or do I give it to the shieldless? 60 bonus defense is so much. What effect does it? It just is tool and okay. So just a huge defense. I want 3 of these. Where is the full liquid metal shop? That's what I want to know. Where the hell is that at? I would become a god. She's 30 defense behind the next closest person. Did it. This accessory is only worth 5 luck? Really? I thought it was more than that. Alright, well, we should ditch this thing, because this thing kind of sucks, actually. I thought this was giving her way more luck than it was. I'm gonna keep it though, because you can use it as a tool during battle, so I'm gonna try it at one of these points. I'll remember to try it and see what it actually does. I can't believe there's 8 more mini medals though. That surprises me. And that's a big jump up too. So I wonder if that whip is the final prize, and just have to have found all of the mini medals. Not 3 Nucifers. Alright, I'm doing it. We're checking what this does. Oh, it's usable on somebody. Okay, use it on yourself. I'm gonna try to thwack these nerds. You are cleansed. Wow. That's so amazing. Nothing happens. Okay. Alright, so I don't know what that thing does. Got a couple thwacks. Get reflected, nerd. What's down? Stairs. What the fuck is going on? Oh, sweet. I've been looking for more of that. Into the bag it goes. Are you a bad guy? I really love cooking. But nobody will eat my food. I feel so lifeless and sad. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that you are not lifeless because you can walk. The bad news is I can't help with the sad. 0 out of 10 should have been a mini demon. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Ooh, a demon spear. I bet it's cursed. My favorite. Yeah, if aimed well, which means get fucked, nerd. This thing's garbage. The Yggdrasil tree just near here only blooms once in 1,000 years. Its flowers are like the elixir of life. If you offered one at a grave, a miracle would be sure to happen. Oh, okay. I get what we're trying to do. Oh, fuck that. The Tigergram seems to be asleep. And a pair of boxer shorts. It's probably the tigers. Let's be honest. Do all of these just come from this other floor? I think they do. So all roads lead to this. Hi, bud. I hope Rose is alright. Amon sent out an order to his goons to tell the Goomans where she was. Goodness, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. You didn't hear one slimy little thing, okay? Yeah, he got betrayed by one of his lieutenants, and I kind of feel bad for him, you know? I feel like the end of the game is a bit of like a weird setup there, where it's like, well, maybe he wouldn't have forced the Secret of Evolution bullshit at the end if his own lieutenant hadn't been a fuckstick. Triple fail. The Kassizzle as backup. The crit. One damage. Really? You didn't die? Ooh. Ooh. Angel leotard. Hold on a minute. Put the boxers away. Reduces damage from fire and ice-based magic attacks. Dude, you don't have to tell me twice. Oh. Oh. So what, that's 17? That's 15. So, magical skirt or flowing dress. Boy, I feel like I just give it to Elena like she's behind on the defense race right now anyway. But let's refresh my memory. Reduce damage caused by magic. So it kind of sucks ass. Flowing dress. Same effect. So we either upgrade the same effect or we give the effect to Elena and boost her defense. Easy choice. Put that shit away. Nailed it. The one run. Alright, let's go up into this room. Okay, so we get to that chest from up above. So we gotta go down this way. Seesaw. Hello, Seesaw. I am gonna kabuff, and then I am gonna Kufrizzle. Blamp. Fucking ouch, dude. Oh, that's the wrong one. Fuck. Die. Okay, it didn't die, that's fine. And the Kufrizzle doesn't go to waste. Oh no, it's cold. These guys kind of are hurting me a lot, and I don't like it. Of course you got the fucking flames off, dude. Fucking Kirill, just whenever I need him to go fast, he goes slow. And whenever I need it, I don't care when he goes fast. It's just infuriating, man. What just happened? I just looped around, didn't I? Motherfuck. Kill this motherfucker. No, not attack. Fuck off, Periwinkle. Get crit, nerd. Or Perilwinkle. Let's see what they did there. Oh, buddy. Let's do this. Whoa! Hello. You guys are new. Can I thwack you? It's not a proposition. I did the thing again. Oh, it doesn't matter. It is wasted damage, though. Because I could be killing the one on the left. Which didn't die. Maya still hasn't used her spell. There it goes. You kind of hurt me quite a bit there, lads. Still not dead. Got Kassizzled again. Not enjoying that very much. Spreading the Kafrizzle damage out. Getting autoed for a shitload of health. What? I don't like those guys very much. We learned Kaboom, finally. A new spell. Go up and down here really quick and grab this chest. Holy shit. I'm gonna fucking Kazap these guys, because they kind of suck to fight. They probably wouldn't be so bad if I had Mina, but I do not have Mina, so they kind of suck to fight. I'm kabooming them. Kaboom damage! Oh, dip. That does good. If only Walt would have gone. His Kazap probably would have killed him already. Come on, man. Yeah, I'll go last. It's fine. Better have been worth it. It wasn't. It wasn't worth it. God damn it, man. The treasures in these games so far have varied from, oh man, that's so cool, I don't have one of those yet, to, well, that is fucking worthless garbage that I don't want. It'd be really nice if they could just find a balance. So that it wasn't so, like, all or nothing. I can't believe that guy survived. Yeah, for 400, this was just like a weirdly low-level encounter too. They just have tons of HP. They would not have been a threat. I probably should have just autoed it out. Wait, oh there we go. I go up here. This is the one that I'm legitimately terrified of. Because these motherfuckers hurt. Well, if A gets a turn after I crit it, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, it's a weak mimic. Elena said that, not me. Wait, hold on, let me check it. Why is this here? You can't fall off. Why'd they put a ladder there? Hijinkses. I see. I see what they did there. A recovery ring? Huge defense boost and restores HP while you walk. Dracolards. I haven't had much luck with the whack and thwack, but give it another shot. Yeah. Oh, good. They both did it. Nice. Man, that's cool. I love that they did that. Damage. I really wanted to pick on Elena in that encounter, huh? Dude, this dungeon is fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. If he sleeps me before I can snub Kiro, I am going to lose my shit. Wow, the triple resist on the wax. I thought for sure I was going down. when he fucking triple casted on me. Another Ruby of Protection. Yeah, this shit does work. I wish I could equip it along with the Goddess Ring. I get MP back from the Goddess Ring, though, so it stays. Holy shit. These enemies, man. This guy's... You know what? They're all bad news. Let's just zap them. Fuck you! Oh, why is he so fast? Thank you. Thank you, game. I love how you fucking dogpiled on after that, too. It's super awesome. A second Demon Spear. What do you take me for, game? Oh, God. This shit is... awful to fight. Nice crit kill. Cool, another desperation attack. These guys are awesome. I really like fighting them. Spoiler alert, I don't. English, please. What is happening here? There are a bunch of chickens. Okay. It just looks like a hard-boiled egg. That one's soft-boiled. And that one's runny. What was this one? A raw egg. I feel like I have found an inside joke. That I do not think is very funny. I'm going to maybe swap people? Can I help you two? Fu Young, eggs are excellent. I don't care what you say, eggs are definitely better than chickens. Chow Mein, your brains must be scrambled just like the rest of you. Chickens are infinitely better. Fu, I wouldn't expect a foul-mouthed heathen like you to understand the exquisite beauty of eggs as I do. You really are an egghead through and through, aren't you? If there were no chickens, there'd be no eggs, would there? So chickens must be superior. Are you completely cuckoo? If there were no eggs, there'd be no chickens. That's the real way of it. Walk? Walk? Ah, what fortunate timing. Which do you think is more honorable? The egg or the chicken? The right answer is the chicken. No, the right answer is the egg. It's the chicken, right? No. You think you're some kind of comedy hen? It's the egg. No. This is no yolk anymore. No. Chop, chop. This is a chicken and egg situation. Time to fight it out. I have a feeling I'm about to get my ass kicked. I am extremely fucked. Okay. Well then. I see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be that different on that front. Oh, you poor bastards. You poor bastards. Hold on. How the fuck did Torneko get in here? Don't I have a better option? Yeah. You can finish it, made to the last. Oh, there's a boss after this? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go much further. I feel like I get it. Haha, chicken and the egg, very funny, and I'm good. I feel like I'm probably good, you know? I don't know, one last dragon. One last dragon town. You guys go. Have some fire today. Oh, 8 points of damage, huh? And 3 confusions. Attacked Ragnar. Nice. Oh boy. Man, I'll try to get him to cast multi-heal, I guess. Boy, the defense boost did not help against the boulder, huh? Nice. He cast full heal on them. And I got my boss removed. Yeah. Sparky attacked himself and is still confused, which is sweet. I think I got undragoned some. Oh, I did get undragoned. Goodbye, Cruel World. Yep, I took 1 damage and this. That's really annoying that removes the dragon buff. Goodbye, Torneko. Yeah, I didn't even really lose that much money, I guess. I forgot I did dip out and dump a bunch of money off, so that's actually nice, but what else? Why do I only have 1 coffin? Oh, because only Torneko's with me, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel like the chicken and the egg joke is probably where it's gonna stop for me. I sort of have this idea in my head that it's very possible that that's like an in-joke from later in the series as well, which is nice for people who enjoy it, but it's kind of hard for that to be me. specifically because I haven't played any of the other games other than the first 3. So I think I might just leave it at that. I don't know that it's particularly worth me spending a shitload of time grinding. I would imagine, without even looking, my guess, they probably recommend something like level 50 to finish this game. And as you can see, that is not my level, and it's not very close to my level. Which kind of just makes me not want to do that. You know? Seven phase Toriyama as fuck final boss is good enough for you. That's kind of how I feel as well. I think we got the Dragon Quest IV experience, and I can see where this is going, where the ending is likely that we are able to grab one of these once in a thousand year leaves. We could probably revive Rose. And that would probably make Pissarro happy and lots of other people happy, even though Pissarro's dead, and good riddance, because fuck that guy. I'm sure that that's like the final ending of the game here, and I don't know that I care beyond that. So... do I want to know what happens? Yeah, you can just tell me. I don't really. Like I said, I think we'll start Dragon Quest V on Friday. How does that sound? I'll just, we'll call this one good and not look back. Boy, you must have grinded a lot to beat that chicken and that egg motherfucker, huh? You said you were at 40 some odd hours? I'm coming in at under 40? Revive Rose, bring Pissarro, who is somehow still alive, although it sort of plays out like you didn't beat him in the first time in some kind of weird time loop. Then he joins your party and go after the Betrayer dude, who I also killed, but then I guess he's not dead. So then the Betrayer dude is the actual final boss. And you have to have him in your party for the last boss, who is a reskinned 7-phase Toriyama fight that's just meaner. I already thought that was pretty mean, to be honest. So, I think I'm good. Was that fight 7 phases in the NES version? That's the thing. I'm gonna look it up really quick. Let me see if I can just look up. What the fuck was his name? Pissarro. Yeah, there we go. Character, Dragon Quest Wiki. Perfect. Give me that. That's fine. Dragon Quest 4. Oh, I guess I probably should have seen if there's a boss form for him. There it is. let's see here. Is this just the DS version? Is it that faithful that there aren't different versions for the two games? No way. Seriously? Oh, interesting. Okay. Very end of the original game, notably one of the very first, if not the first, on-screen transforming final bosses in video game history, setting a long-standing trend. Huh. So yeah, he transformed in the original NES game too. That's crazy to me. Alright, well, that's it, guys. Stream done. Game done. Honestly, so far, pretty steady improvement throughout the series, I would say. Maybe not as much as I'd like to see. There's some weird, I don't know, the spell naming inconsistency, I guess your estimate was way off. No worries. I mean, I was fine with continuing through the day today. I mean, I had 5. Even if your estimates were way off, I had 5. See? Right here. So we could have switched over, but I was fine with checking out the side stuff. My biggest disappointment is I feel like it's just there for the sake of being there, and they didn't really think, like, the equipment drops. Like, why? Why are you giving me a bunch more cursed... Like, give me new shit. Don't make me do a post-game dungeon and fight, multiple bosses after it with the same shitty gear that I finished the base game with. I don't know, there's some things I think that are not... Yeah, I figured it out, yep. Yeah, for my fucking Robe of Serenity that immediately went in the fucking garbage bag, like, yeah, I did. Really glad I solved that puzzle. So cool. What a good one. You know what I mean. That having an invisible path was mean? It's not visible, it's very visible. It's drawn on the ground. You just had to follow on the ground. You walk on air, it's invisible? I just imagined I was walking on the ground. But yeah, I don't know. This game was cool. I thought it was good. I like I said at the beginning of the stream today, I feel like I can sort of tell where they're sort of bumping up against the edge of the NES's limitations. Just because it's an old console, and they made 4 Dragon Quest games in 5 years at the time. And while this is a remake, I think it definitely still obviously has some of those limitations to work with, where it's like, yeah, I mean, I thought Zenithia was a bit of a bummer. I thought it was going to be way cooler, and it was kind of just like a, hi, bye, just go on to the dungeon. And the extra map that we got was just kind of like, oh yeah, well, it takes about 5 minutes to walk around the edge, and you'll find everything that way. That's it. So there was some things that I was like, But I liked the story structure a lot better, and I liked the characters a lot better. I will say this, I hope, as much as I thought it was neat that we could make up our own characters in 3, I hope they don't do that again. I don't really like doing that. I would rather, if you want my honest opinion, I think a JRPG is one that doesn't let you customize characters. I think that that's a better format. Not saying that the ones that do are bad or that you can't have fun that way as well. I just think that when I think of a JRPG, I think I tend towards most of the Final Fantasy games and, the Tales games and stuff like that, where it's like, no, you get a party of characters, they all have strengths and weaknesses, and your job as the player is to use them to their strengths and avoid their weaknesses. I like that a lot more than I do make a random group of dudes, good luck, like the FF1 and FF3 kind of style, and also Dragon Quest 3. I kind of hope we don't see that anymore, personally. Maybe we will, it's fine, but just my hot take is I much prefer having a group of characters that are sort of pre-made when we're doing the JRPG stuff. Just my opinion. I think I'm bad at making diverse or interesting groups. So if I don't have to think about it, then it's good. I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8 on a good day. It's probably an 8 out of 10, this game, I'd say. I'm fine with giving it an 8 out of 10. It's not a great score. It's not a bad score. It's pretty good. And as far as like remake of NES game, they did a lot of things the right way, the way that I was hoping as well. Where it's like, yeah, it just tells you what items do for the most part, and it just sort of explains a lot of stuff, and most of the balance in the game felt good. I ended up coming around to the art style too, and I thought they used the pseudo 3D ability. Character intro chapters are pretty great. Once the party is together, it loses some points. Overall, really good. Yeah, I agree. I think that the biggest weakness of of when everybody comes together, and maybe this is just me looking at games that have come since this game. Again, it was an NES game. But my biggest frustration is that it is clear that some characters do perform better than others. Torneko. So that's the weird thing to me, is I'm just kind of like, I feel like maybe there could have been a little bit more variety in, well, why not pull an FF6 in this game would be so good, where it's like, we're going to send in 2 parties, because you have so many party members, and you have to progress through the dungeon in different paths in order to help each other get further. Would have gone so good in a game like this that introduces having more party members than what you can sort of have all at once. But again, not really a criticism, just an idea, just an interesting thought that comes to mind with this sort of game. So the biggest frustration that I have when the whole party comes together is it's just a little unclear where you're supposed to, like, grouping everybody up, and the wagon is basically FF10's combat, then they take the wagon away for some dungeons, and it was sad. Yes, also, I agree with that. I do agree with that. The wagon being sort of, sometimes you have it, sometimes, well, I mean, like, I didn't even think about the fact that I forgot that the wagon lets you switch people in combat because they took it away so often. I forgot up until it actually, like, super duper mattered that the wagon actually lets you change people in and out in combat, because it was gone so frequently when I needed it earlier on in the game. So Yeah, I would have really liked it if it was just FF10 combat all the time. Does it end up like that at any point, or does the wagon sort of always serve that purpose of like, well, sometimes you have it, and sometimes you don't? Because I feel like that's probably something that we'll continue to see going forward, isn't it? I feel like this game sort of also leans on / establishes some staples, because I could swear the little bit of 11 that I watched you play, J-Hit. 11 is FF10 style. Okay, that's what I thought I saw you swapping and swapping people around in 11. And also, I'm pretty sure you had like a Torneko style character in that game too. I feel like there are some traditions that get pretty embedded in the series at a certain point. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit, but just I think that the tradition of having like the caster characters and the melee characters and like the character that keeps all of your shit together and stuff like that. I feel like that's gonna probably keep being a thing. We'll see. We'll see in 5, won't we? We'll start that Friday. Tomorrow's more like a dragon. Don't expect story. If it happens, it happens. Maybe we'll do a couple of cutscenes, but I do not think we have much story left, and I do not want to run out of road on that before I finish some of the other things that I want to do. So it'll probably be some dumb bullshit. I'll probably be doing some dumb bullshit. I want to get to 20 million yen, and I want to get some progress on another thing that I forgot what it was already. I talked about it yesterday. I'll remember it tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Goodbye to Dragon Quest IV, and we'll see Dragon Quest V soon. Have a good rest of your day or night or whatever time it might be for you, and I will see you guys later.